boys and girls, it's Miss Reynolds with B.O.R.E.D, Better Off Reading Every Day. Today we have Alphonse, There's Mud on the Ceiling by Daisy Hurst. And this is one of my 7 library books. Yes, the library's opening again. Now you know Miss Reynolds loves a dropping. All right. Natalie and Alphonse lived in an apartment. They had a bunk bed, bus to drive, and the big green chair to be quiet behind or leap out from, roaring, roar, roar. There were sunflowers to water on the balcony, almost enough space for tumbling in the hall, and a closet that seemed to click and roar. Or the vacuum, or bears. It could be lions. Then Dad got the vacuum out, and Alphonse discovered a wild beast cave with sleeping bags. It doesn't look very wild, said Natalie. I'll fetch some jungle, said Alphonse. You look like a caterpillar, said Alphonse. You look like a wriggly worm, said Natalie. Let's go out wriggling. So they wriggled and wiggled and squiggled and screws. Hey, said Dad, my coffee. Slump, slump. Oops, Alphonse, you're standing on me, said Natalie. And there's mud on the ceiling. I'm not standing, said Alphonse. Oh, my sunflower. Alphonse cried until his ears hurt. Dad said, Natalie, Alphonse, that is not a good game for indoors. Natalie said, but we only have indoors. Elfrika had a wild jungle backyard with a tent in it. She's going to really sleep in that tent. Why can't we have a tent in the yard, Dad? Well, said Dad, because we live on the 7th floor. I'm going to live in the park, said Natalie. Good idea, said Dad. Let's have an expedition. Fine, said Natalie, but I'm going on my own. At the park, Natalie went exploring. She found a bush with a hole in it and crept inside. Inside the bush, Natalie found a stick, a snail shell, and a squirrel. She said, I will call you Squirrelman. Then Natalie and Squirrelman heard rustling. Who goes there? Blackberries, said Alphonse. Let's live in here, said Natalie, and eat blackberries, said Alphonse. Oh, you could come home and eat sausages and blackberries, said Dad. Or you could come home and eat sausages and blackberries, said Dad. On the balcony, said Natalie. Okay, said Dad. But what do you need all those sticks for? I need sticks too, said Alphonse. At home, Natalie and Alphonse made a tent on the balcony with the sticks, a blanket, and string. They ate their dinner in the jungle. Then Alphonse taught Natalie the frog song with actions. Mom said, Alphonse, can we sleep out here really? Please, said Natalie. Well, you can have 5 minutes more, said Mom. Natalie and Alphonse got into the tent for 5 minutes. Natalie counted 3 stars, 2 pigeons, and 1 with Alphonse. And then, one wild, Natalie was really sleeping in a tent in a jungle on the 7th floor. And then, one wild Natalie was really sleeping in a tent in a jungle on the 7th floor. The end, boys and girls, of Alphonse, There Is Mud on the Ceiling. Boys and girls, you see what happens when you use your imagination? These kids lived in a small apartment on the 7th floor, and they really wanted to have a good time. So they pitched a tent on their balcony. That's what this is about. They pitched a tent on their balcony with the sticks and everything that they got. They did it right there on the balcony with the sticks, the blanket, and the string right on the balcony. They used their imaginations to make a good place to play and to have a good time, like a camp out. So it doesn't matter where you live. You can use your imagination and it can take you many places. So that's why I chose this book, boys and girls. It is Miss Reynolds with B.O.R.E.D, Better Off Reading Every Day. And I want you to always think, whenever there's a situation where you feel like it is impossible and it's not going to work and it's not necessarily what you want, fire up in here. Fire this thing up in here. This brain thing that I always talk about. And come up with these fabulous ideas. And tell these ideas to your friends, your families, your grandparents, your babysitters. And sometimes these are ideas that they can help you to bring to life. Like how Dad and Mom helped the kids bring their tent to life. We love ideas as parents, and we love making your ideas come to life and sharing your ideas and making them better for you. So boys and girls, I hope you got something out of this story, because I thought the mud on the ceiling thing was really cute, because that is when they spilt Dad's coffee and it went whoosh all the way up to the ceiling. I bet you didn't catch that part. That's the mud on the ceiling part. It has been my pleasure to bring this story to you, and I will see you soon, boys and girls. B.O.R.E.D with Miss Reynolds, Better Off Reading Every Day. Library books, book love. Giving some book love to my library books. That's right.